Alright, then I just need to do a little test. I can see myself, I can see myself there. If it's okay. Indeed. That was quick. Hi. Welcome, Paul Walker. 42 is part of your number, and that's also part of me now, since I just grew. I turned 42 a little earlier this week, or last week actually. Let's try to get a little bit more distance on this cam. So for those turning in and wondering, like, that's not the shit I recognize, I did slightly continue building it during the hangout with 2 bricks. And since then I've also streamed from another place, so I had to redo the whole streaming setup here. So if things are not quite visible, but hopefully once I start building that becomes better. Perhaps if I turn the manual here, move the blocks, the bricks over here. What is, please use a Q. How are you this evening? Everybody. For those willing to share, I hope your evening is you're doing well this evening. You're doing chillaxing. Hopefully, as I build, perhaps you also have some Lego in front of you, so we can make this a group thing, but in a pure and innocent way. Already the words are not forming themselves as I'm planning to. So yeah, this is the current state of the thing. Let's focus on my face, that way I can kind of show it better, I think, where we are for now. So we already have this bottom part, we already also have this. I think that's the back side of the bomb. Yeah, I should have looked it up in the meanwhile, but you know, the thing that makes a very, very cool sound in the movie, basically what sold us on this reskin of our classic ship. I think I might need to, does it, yeah, it can focus on this distance. Also, can't forget that we did get a Jango FET last time. Let's put them in frame, and let's put the rangefinder where it should be. For those who missed it last time, perhaps also let's do a small close-up of the snow. Super fun rangefinder. It doesn't really like to focus on that close a distance, I feel like. So let me try to very gently put it a bit further still. Yeah, as you can see in the screen here, it's kind of a finicky thing, but it does allow for a great range of posing. The only downside could be that now it's kind of in headbutt distance, but I think this is good. I can see it, and I think it will want to focus on this more than when I was doing like this. So we can, so all of us can enjoy maximum fidelity on these bricks. Hopefully the mic also picks up a little bit of the snippy snappy. Right, I could also tell the friend who I went to a con with the day before yesterday. It feels like yesterday, but I was sick yesterday, so that's why it feels like I'm missing a day. Just a second. Like that. So yeah, this is a piece that I've already constructed in a mirrored way, but I think that's part of the piece I did away from the camera, so it's actually a good thing. That means less repetition. The only thing I'm wondering again is perhaps I should try to, okay, but then, right, then it comes into screen here, but I also have a thing there. I can just put them with more light. Let's try to do the same from this side. Right, and if I put that a bit higher, voilà, then it's nearly not in frame. I think the lighting is a bit better, right? You can actually see, especially when the big light, the reflection of the light catches it. And there I bumped into the mic. I'll try not to do that too often, just enough to make sure you the smooth and chill sound of my squeaky voice doesn't put you to sleep too much. Snippy snappy. Or the question is, should I actually put it like this? Then you just, like, you're not here for my face, right? You're here for the building stuff. So more angles, better perspective. It's probably preferable. Snippy snappy. I did see today that they brought out some teaser images for the Executor UCS. Which is, yeah, the first time that there's a UCS Executor coming out as I'm busy with collecting Lego. Not really having the budget right now for a build like that, but yeah, who knows? By the time it's out, if I win the lottery, then suddenly there's more possibilities. I think I made a mistake. This does not look how that side looks. Okay, it's not a mistake. It's just this 2x2 plate. For a while there, it looked like this. It looked like this piece, but with a 2x2 base where it would wrap over, and then I thought, okay, yeah, then I need to completely disassemble to get that in there. Turns out it's not that piece, so no problem. No one panic yet. I'll tell you when the right time comes to panic. Make sure you don't miss it. Yeah, I'm thinking again, let me do it from a bit more overhead still, because I feel like I keep putting my hands in front of the thing I'm building too much, so this is better, right? Then even if I do like this, you can still see some Lego. And if I put with that, can we go what remains in the image? Yeah, here. Let's put them here. Or I guess here. Right, then I was thinking, yeah, much better in terms of lighting, and then I see that the other cam is not so much a fan of that, so and I did take a picture of the setup last time, so I could have, I guess, theoretically put it completely back together the way it was last time, but I also was a bit in a hurry because I'm not planning to stream for like hours, and I did want to get some building in because this was my birthday present and I kind of want to see it evolve. I've already, like, I got it February 1st and it's now February 10th. So that means I've been spending way too much time on not building. Because I kind of have been looking forward to this ship for a while, especially when I was considering buying it, but then thought, okay, let's not spend the whole budget on that. It will still be available, even though there's a good discount now. Then that store no longer had it in inventory. And then the hunger to get it and build it grew. Hey, Kevin Bain and 90 and GE, welcome. Tonight, if you didn't see it, we're trying to get some progress in on the Jango Fat Slave 1 or Firespray class. Yeah, I do feel like it is refocusing more again, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. If it goes out of focus too often, be sure to tell me and I'll try to find another angle. It's time for a sticker. I think the second one of the very big ones. Like normally I'm quite at home for using the brick separator for applying stickers with some confidence, but these stickers are so big and the surface so slanted that it is kind of not so easy. Luckily the two stickers are so far outside of away from each other that I don't think if it's oriented slightly differently that it will be that bad. What is a bit troubling is that since you're trying to make this angle, I already had some in between space here, so I guess I'll just do it over here as well, even though it probably would look better like if I slide it right next up to it. Let's make it shorter. I think this one might be better to show this, though it's in terms of lighting perhaps not the best. Like this perhaps. It is actually pretty straight. Like if I show it from this angle, especially with it a little bit open, it seems crooked, but like it's actually pretty straight if you look at it straight on. So that was the final part. The final thing to do for this sub-assembly. Let's connect it. How did it work again? So you connect it here with the clip and what's the other part? Minibar or something? And then here you connect it like that with some studs. And then this part you just bend. I think there's another sub-assembly coming, since here it's filled out and here. Does anyone else watch me? On my end it's saying that there's 3 viewers, but if you're wondering why I'm talking so much, that's just because I guess that's a bit the thing to do. I'm not really doing this for the views, to be honest. It's more a bit like having an excuse to spend time on just building the Lego that I want to build. Telling myself, but it's for the channel. You're doing something for the channel. I mean, I also have another channel that I started with kind of the same um, idea of wanting to play more video games again. So I made a video game channel as well. And I think that I have a feeling that if you're streaming, you're probably getting recommended mainly to people who are already subscribed to you. And since that one is a new channel, yeah, I don't really get viewers at all there. So I'm quite happy with the 2 to 3 viewers I have now. That's I mean, uh, as soon as you have one viewer, like you can not just talk to yourself, right? So that's already a fun thing to do. And then if there's someone who comes in and they actually type in any comments, then you kind of know, okay, yeah, there's really someone watching. So yeah. And I guess the habit of just talking even when there's no one there seems to half come half naturally to me, I guess, because I'm just a blabbermouth anyway. So yeah, build and chat, building, chatting. I'm probably going too much into detail when someone asks me a very simple question, and instead of yes or no, I just take that as a jumping off point to reminisce, philosophize about streaming. No problem. I'll be here for a little while. And if not, if you want to see more of it, the nice thing about YouTube is that you can look back at all of the things that I've done, even if you didn't catch them live. All the streams that I've done so far. Nothing's really wasted ever on YouTube. Now that said, we're also building Lego. So if ever there was a streaming space where it's okay to have a little bit more peace and quiet, I think it's this one. Where the snippy snap. I jinxed it. I went and jinxed it. Here, like this. This is not wanting to connect. I see there's one more connection here. put it on, or a bit more to the right, because I think it's nice to get enough light in here to actually see how nicely we're filling in these gaps. And then we close it off with this tile. Now it's a very nice, this shaping is quite buttery smooth compared to the original one. Another way to do it would be to like suspend it near the camera, but yeah, let's I'm going to put him somewhere safe. Kind of have a feeling, right, I should have connected this two times two plate here. Put in 4 of these Technic pin dailies, half pin. And a light here parallel to this one, a light there. At least I think it's lights. It could also be some kind of docking thruster, or a docking maneuvering thruster. That's going to bag number 7. That's us going to bag number 7. Bag number 7. So yeah, quite looking forward to seeing how that executor turns out. I don't think it's really something for me. Since it's a lot of gray. Well, a lot of Star Wars is gray, but yeah, it's also in a scale that I don't really have a lot of stuff in. I guess now that we have 2 bricks making his micro scale Venator and it being 10 feet, you can kind of guess that the Venator is not micro scale, since that will probably come in at something like 3 feet or a meter. And I think it's one of the largest Star Wars ships. I think the Venator, I think, is Star Destroyer size, kind of near. And you have on the midi scale Venator, you have like a very, very tiny Star Destroyer hanging there. So yeah, it's what's smaller than micrometer nano scale, which is crazy to think about, that it's nanoscale and it takes up all of your display space wherever you put it. Let's try to put this a little bit less crooked. Yeah, perhaps people do do like it when I am also more in frame. Can I have both? Yeah, just walk out of the frame completely, why don't you? I wonder if like I put it like this perhaps. Yeah, there's a very small part. So if I tilt it just a smidge higher, yeah, that's enough, right? You have a suggestion of my face, so plus when I'm angling down. I don't think this was like this when I left in this at this height. It's probably here that it went a bit down. Yeah, it's all visible the way this is set up. I would. Oh wait, no. I was going to say I don't. I do want to like finish with something new, so I want to do at least one more back after this one. But this is something new, I think. Do I just? Yeah, because there's no more difference between the two sides. So this is actually going to be something not yet repeated. These 3x3 corner pieces, those are new, right? Or at least relatively new. I don't think I have any of those yet. And of course, when I say new, I do realize this set is almost a year old, so new is very relative. I should have 2 more corner pieces. Did I not fully empty a bag? That's one. And that's two. Yeah, getting it to fully focus 100% remains a bit challenging, especially when I want to do like the close-ups. The problem is these stream cams, they want to focus on faces and human body parts, and I don't think they consider Lego something that needs to be in focus. There's probably a way to control the focus of these cameras directly. But yeah, that's... Or like work with like with a proper camera as an input. But until then, we'll switch a bit between which pieces are in focus, and that is apparently the end of this subsection. And we connect it, I think, like this to the back side. Of our Firespray. Yeah, if I show it in this cam, it is a bit overlighted, perhaps from certain angles. Yeah, it's starting to come here. No problem. Have fun making your song. Good luck if you need it. Good inspiration. Yeah, if this is the first time coming across my channel, if you like Legos, I do have a few videos of custom builds where you can see this process a bit more sped up. And there's other people who seem to like it, so possibly you as well. And see you perhaps in the future. Yeah, I probably should have like a more... Me too. I got back into it a few years ago, and yeah, since I had a bit more budget, I yeah, kind of went crazy. Like there's, yeah, I don't know if you're still here, but there's a few of those customs behind me, like over there. There you have the Mantis Stinger, if you happen to know Jedi Survivor. And then the Ghost from the Rebel show. Yeah, and this T-Rex is custom, it's not the one that came with the sets. Most of those builds came from 2Bricks. If you're ever looking to make something custom, to build something with custom instructions but not make them yourself, because of course that's also a way to just why not, then yeah, 2Bricks comes highly recommended by this channel. This is not symmetrical, but well, this almost, but I guess that's not a problem. And a sticker 14. Yeah, it is sometimes a bit cold in this room, but I've never had a sticker sheet go so bendy on me before while I was still making it. Of course, it's been here for almost 10 days, and there's actually even some not the stickers that I need, but the thing around it is somehow coming loose. Okay, that does fit. Somehow it's looked like it definitely wouldn't. Yeah, this is just connected by these two studs for the moment, so it's a bit fiddly, but we're fixing it as we come across the fiddliness problem, because now it's held in on both sides. 1x6 goes here. The rounded 2x1. So for a moment, put this sub assembly aside, start something else. That's not what I wanted to pick. Yeah, a very small problem is that the wire of this camera is covering parts of my instructions, and that might be why I again missed that I needed to put a rounded 1x1 here in order to make this connect. Problem is a big word, but challenge mode activated. And also these slopes, like these are definitely also the first time I see those. They make us think of this, but they're actually thicker. And this one as well is one I don't know yet. Of this, but a lot thicker. I also wonder which color I will prefer, color scheme. Like I know this new Firespray has better shaping, but the question is, will I prefer the will I prefer the Boba Fett color scheme or the Jango Fett one? Like I grew up when I was a young lad. There still were only 3 movies, so I grew up only knowing Boba Fett's Slave One. And then when I was 99, right? So that's 15 already. Now, we didn't know it was coming. Everyone was very surprised that they did continue with it and made new stuff. Again, some nifty techniques to probably get to the shaping. See, this is the way you can get very gradual. Plus, at the back, there's together, so there's a gap at the front, but not really at the back. So, yeah, the shaping will definitely be superior on this one. But yeah, the first one was 10 years old, 11 now. And I thought I got it in 2017, but I went back and looked at some pictures, and it's actually 2019 that I got it. Which makes sense, because I was thinking, was I streaming even in 2017? And I don't think I was, so... I've not streamed a lot since then, plus I've moved over from Twitch to here. Since, yeah, I think I do like making videos more than streaming. But it is fun to just do a fun whatever stream like this. Just builds, just have fun. Clunk sometimes hit the mic. I apologize if that clanked too loudly. I'm going to put the 2 extra rangefinders that we got with Jango in the spare bag, so that I don't run the risk of actually losing one of them. I wonder, like, what angle would it have to be? Yeah, black is just very... black Lego is just very hard to make pop on a camera. Possibly, especially a streaming camera. I think they might be configured that black just becomes darker. Since if you're filming a streamer, it might be better to not have like a washed out, a bit oops, like have a nice color balance. Though yeah, that also probably depends on of course your skin tone, like what color balance is best. But yeah, it does not manage to, possibly because it is seeing that is my skin tone. It's saying, okay, black, that's then hair, let's balance it, that the black becomes not so detailed anymore. I guess I could also, yeah, but I think the camera angle is good now, so I'll leave it at that. But I could tweak it a bit more, perhaps think about it next time. So back to this assembly. Yeah, it's just very fun. There's also new pieces here. but all of the kind of things, bricks they're using, the combinations, using this droid arm like but shorter piece to give even more flexibility to that angle that we can get to. Okay, so take the ship. Okay, yeah, not actually take the ship. I missed a little bit. And then we actually have the connection piece that we need, I think. Although at the moment I'm not seeing the clips. Right. It's these clips. I was looking. I thought we were already fully closing it, but yeah, of course for the wings there's some space left out, so like these there. Snappy. Should I try to get a close-up click sound? 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I do like my new way of filming. Like long time ago I did it, just took pictures and brick by brick, and then you get a bit more like it's an organic thing that's growing, and that's fun. But I like the new way of how I film things. The fact that you actually can hear the snaps that I do. Sometimes also some other background noise perhaps, but like those clicky clicks are fun. Yeah, and I think we're doing the other side now. Now, even though I said I was not so interested in streaming anymore, I am working on finally, after all these years, making a chat client for YouTube, because I used to have like a little game that I wrote that worked with Twitch, because Twitch uses just an IRC client. It's just a channel that you join and then you can go ahead. The way YouTube does it is way more complicated, but I'm starting to figure it out. I was able to authenticate and get the overview of this stream broadcast I did with the other channel. So yeah, I think possibly, depending on how much time is in between, if there's again 2 weeks nearly between 2 streams, I might have a toy for you guys and girls and people in general. Right, I should bring it in a bit closer. Well, hopefully not too close, that the sound doesn't blow up. Oops. Plus I also went on my old computer and found that old game again. That was way more complex than I remember. If I do a lot more of these, I should probably look to build like a library of royalty-free music, so I could actually listen to something that's the same as what you are listening to. Then possibly my crazy dance moves, i.e. shaking of my heads, might make more sense. Or at least you can judge if I'm on rhythm, I have the right tempo or not. And the same on this side. That did not. Alright, it did have of this detailing. Like, if I ever get the game in a bit more, well, I don't know how complex it will be yet, but the thing with chat interaction builds, I might need to test it on this channel first, even though oops, it makes probably a bit less sense here. The other channel is a retro gaming channel, so I'm playing games that have 4x3 ratios, so there's a bit of the screen that by default is not filled by the game I'm playing, so that I can do other things with. And here I kind of need to take screen space from other things in order to make it that people then can watch and hopefully, if it works, participate in the game. And here we put it on immediately so that it then makes sense that you put this on there, and then we immediately have these connecting parts, like immediately like that, mini droid arm like thing. Snippy. And I think it's connection time. Put that to the side a bit. And then, yeah, small bars, clip pieces. Click and let's try to bring it in close for this one. 3, 2, 1. Put in more lighting or steering thrusters. The call is still out, the judgment is still out. This is a problem where, okay, I do see that there's 2 pieces here that are not present yet on mine. So where did I miss that? Was that at the beginning? Yeah. So there should be 2, yeah, pieces that are now very hard to put in. Like these, looks a bit like a pan, like a frying pan, I guess. Handle, cooking service. Hey Blitzbricks, how are you doing today? Welcome. As you can see, I'm building the Jango Fett's Firespray, or at least if you're a bit familiar with the Star Wars part of Lego, and I'm building it in order to compare it hopefully with this one, the OG. Everyone kept saying that this one was so much better, and then I had a birthday and had some money, so then I said let's find out. So far it's quite nice. And we're on to bag 8, so these are our spares for bag 7. So there are people coming in that are not subscribed. So it is being shown to non-subscribers. So that means that, yeah, that is a very interesting build as well. That I actually got for a birthday / New Year / Christmas, I think a year ago. But sadly it takes up so much space that I haven't made it yet. It is standing in a box there. And the same with, like, I'm so glad that I finally picked a gift I can just build, because I can find some space for it. Because the year or 2 before, I also combined some gifts to get Rivendell, but also haven't made it yet, so yeah. That's the downside of Lego, of course. It does take up some space. But how are you finding it? I had Dark Ages when my Lego Dark Ages, when the first sail barge came out, or the second, I guess, actually. And I had my eyes on perhaps getting a Jabba, but then suddenly you get a UCS version. Now I have Jabba and I think also Max Rebo. I don't think Ula's in there. That's probably from the palace. But yeah, a lot of good minifigs. And yeah, one One day I'm going to have to make some space, but yeah. Until then, it's an ice box that's put over there. I hope you were able to build it. Bag number 8. I think we're doing engines. And some of these pieces that to me feel a bit like Technic car pieces, like for is that a rim? No, the thing you put above the wheel. Hub? No, might be a rim. I actually need to put this on the large assembly. Put them here. I could also swap perhaps the instructions and the ship position. In the instructions it's like positioned like this, so perhaps that's safer if I also place it like that. I didn't realize. Oh wait, how does that work? So they don't fully touch. I was just thinking, I didn't realize these bricks weren't fully, completely 2x2s, but they in fact are. Now, chances are this is the... No, definitely this is the last last bag that I'm building this evening. But already some nice progress. Like you're definitely starting to see the ship in there. How am I supposed to connect that? It's only connected one. Right, and there's an optical illusion. There's actually an optical illusion that makes that like this indent. In the manual, it looks like it could be an outdent. So I couldn't make sense of like how this one was oriented. Like, can I? Yeah. So as you can see here, like that kind of looks like an outdent, right? And then the other part was that I thought I needed to immediately connect it over there as well, but there's nothing there that I can reach. But there is a Technic pin there, so I thought, okay, am I supposed to reach it somehow? But it's not connecting into it yet, so that's a relief, because if I needed to go back to correct this, that's like the first bag. Like, I do remember the Millennium Falcon UCS was one of the first one of the first things I got when I got back into Lego. It was basically the other slave one, and then immediately after, or yeah, with quite some time, but the very first one after was then the Millennium Falcon, and I remember that I was in bag 8 or something, and those bags are big. And I needed to go back to something I did like in the first few bricks connecting because I had made the mistake. Yeah, that's probably 1,000 bricks or something by then. But I was able to figure it out without needing to completely rebuild it, even though it was covered by stuff. That might also have been on stream still. One thing that's not so good that Lego building does not help is your back. Especially when you're kind of hunched over the cam that you put to let you guys watch some of this too. It's an ingot piece. These ingot pieces always look like regular 1x2 plates or tiles from the bottom. Little rascals. There's a banger coming on to what I'm listening to, and I kind of want to say let's go, but yeah, again I need to figure out I think there used to be like streaming stations where you could listen to lo-fi royalty-free tracks, but now I feel like if that still exists, it's probably all just AI generated things, and yeah, then my that is not where my tastes lie. Or I guess like lo-fi girl. Hey mates. Thank you. I am enjoying it very much so far. Like the way that it's, the way how sleek it is all coming together. Like it is. Yeah. You can kind of feel the way Lego got a lot of new bricks. And I kind of also feel like they just made some new bricks for this one. Like these very thick, sloping, flattened top curved pieces. I had never seen them before this build. Some other things as well. Possibly some recolorings, but yeah, it's still very, very swooshable now, still at this stage. Like this is the stage I'm at. Like there's not much of the ship here yet, but that base is very much there. And slowly we're filling up the ship. Ship. And yeah, thanks. It was my birthday gift, so I am enjoying it. My birthday gift, plus it was actually in discounts, which was hard to do because I think it was only sold in one shop that was not Lego. But yeah, you know the story, right? Because I said it on excuse me, on the Discord as well. And this goes like this. I will probably need to also make a short to See, we're already seeing like the things left out in the negative space, already implying further goodness. Now, to be fair, it has been a long while since I made the first one. It was the first Lego I built after my Dark Ages, and they didn't fully end after building it because I said, okay, I'm content. My favorite ship, I built it. And then I think it was C-3PO eyes go. Yeah, is he in frame? Yeah, slightly. It is mirrored, right? So trying to move outside of the C-3PO that's still holding my passport. I need to remember to bring that when I'm going. I was about to say down under, but that's not quite what it is. The land of the rising sun, right? Because how cool will it be to have a Lego stamp from Tokyo? And Osaka and Fukuoka also have Lego stores, so possibly we are a bit less we have a bit less ample time for that part, but is it actually the same? Yeah, no, it is not. For a moment I was thinking, is this actually the same scale? But no, because then the head would have to be like this, so of course it's not the same scale. But I did still check. How do I guess I fill it out or something because it's not connecting to anything. There's no stud anti-stud connections. Are they supposed to be able to move or something? Did I push? I pushed on the button. That's why suddenly it got more blue here. And now it got deep reds, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of studio lights here. But I also have like these nifty, which one is it? Yeah, I was supposed to be able to give them funky color as well, but I'm not succeeding at the moment, so let's just try to go back to this one. Possibly that's the very next step or something. Yeah, the engine lights, I think, have very, although no, that's, it feels like those axles would be too small to connect, but yeah, Lego might prove me wrong. You not lost, you missed the Two Bricks hangouts. I wonder if you also possibly got lost track of where it was going to be, because I thought last time I remember it as taking place in the Discord server channel, but possibly it's always been over there. Now I did meet new people. Because it turns out there's people who do participate in Two Bricks' Patreon, but are not on the Discords. Imagine that. So yeah, again, this is like that, and then you push it, and then it's still, it does not twist anymore. So yeah, it might be that it does not need a lot. So we have a 2 stud, but it doesn't push fully in. So it's more than half my alarm is going off. Let me snooze it. No, what are you doing? No, stop it. That's copyrighted music, and why would you play them on the big thing? Can I go back here? No, it will have lost where I was. What's he called again? Childish Gambino. I now want to listen to the rest of that CD. Was it that one? Where? Just a second. Wait. Did I know he has a new album? Let's put it on. Ah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I forgot there were some general ones. That's probably why, because yeah, he wants to limit it. Because I remember seeing you at the previous hangouts. Yeah, and I know, like, there's 200 people in the, or 300 in the Discord, so I know not everyone is patroning, but I thought that everyone who was on the Patreon would also be on the, so in that direction. This is not so easy to, it's already fully pressed in. So I think I can now flip it. Haha! Success, victory. Where was I going? The problem is with this album, there's a lot of rapping, and now I cannot think my words anymore. I'm going to put on Birds of Canada instead, because now I'm talking. So let's have some near. Well, for starters, like, they don't know what they're missing. Perhaps I should have been more proactive in trying to convert them to also patronize our humble abode, our humble digital abode. Plus, now that you don't play on the Wordle daily anymore, like, other people can have a chance at being the best of that day. I mean, I got some three guess wins in there, so I've had the record for some days. I'm going to see if I can take a light from here, a battery actually. Yeah, 0% around. So some of these studio lights are using just electricity, but these two that are closer by use batteries that run out. So yeah, take out the battery, take out the light. Yeah, I also like I am on the patron thing. Um, but yeah, I also dipped out for a few months to get yeah, a bit more frugal for a few months. But then I thought, yeah, um, so I flip this open first and then flip it to the side. This is, yeah, two. I guess flip it back down, I presume. Yeah, the bricks, the techniques being used, this doorway thing, the way things connects, this sudden technic car thingy. This is a very enjoyable build. So I play Wordle in 2 different Discords, so it doesn't always show in both, but yeah. But then sometimes perhaps you have it in 2 because you already solved it in 5 on the other one. Aha, that's the trick. Yeah, I think I had a streak of like possibly a lot of days, but then I was I forgot it on Sunday or on Saturday, I think, and then I was sick yesterday and I also forgot it. So yeah, then suddenly I didn't have. Oh, but these are the doors that don't close, right? You need to stick them. Yeah. So in the modifications that I'm probably going to get after I apply them, this part of the assembly won't be there anymore. But your secret is safe with me and the YouTube archives. I thought it's because you just playing a geography game too. Yeah, but it's probably the same solution, right? So you can just I know that it's the same thing shared between the online version and the one on that Discord, so I presume it's the same one everywhere. But yeah, I played that geography history guessing game for a while as well, which was fun, but don't remember the name of it. But exactly time on the inside, like this. Yeah, I want to angle it that you possibly can catch a glimpse of where I'm applying this one. And now that battery runs out. Like there's only like I don't remember which one I swapped out. I think like in the last 5 minutes probably of the stream. Of course the batteries run out. Both of them. That's quite good timing actually. Yeah, there's a video, but he also has a bricklink for those mods. So I don't remember what the price was, but if the mods are reasonable, and I don't remember like being disappointed with, oh no, he's asking $200, because yeah, then who would buy it anymore? There is the edge of this, yeah, you probably cannot see it on camera, but the edge of this 2x12, I think, plates is nicked off. That's a bit sad. I guess I'll take the Lego with all its imperfections, possible imperfections. Are you into gaming? Right, you were into retro gaming, but okay. No problem. You just caught the tail end, so and thanks for the things, for the well wishes. I think this is also an engine. I each time you build one of these ships, you realize how little of the actual details are an active part of your recollection of a ship. Again, the way this is constructed is so funky and so fun. So I just made those brick with studs on several sides, and then one by one rounded plates, and then I stuck it to there, so we're snot techniquing our way to reverse the direction. Like, I know that other brands have like solutions where they just have a single brick that reverses stud directions very easily, or in a single, with a single brick. But that probably also makes the stud reversals a bit less magical when they happen, when they just make it work. I was going to say, like, you don't want to see how the sausage is made, but I don't think that actually really applies here. More that if something becomes an everyday occurrence, it becomes less magical. Is that, yeah. And we're flipping it just at the end of today's build. We're flipping it over to the other side, like this, and making the connection with the thing we just did. What an amazingly satisfying build this is. Because this is now another connection that's also reversed, but also connecting from the upside compared to where we connected it last time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. Several people have said this is the best Lego set they ever built, and I think in terms of build experience, it's hard to disagree. Especially if you can stomach Star Wars, and even if you're not a big Star Wars fan, because usually it's very gray. There's some gray in here, but there's a lot of dark blue and sand green, yellow, white, and dark green. Whoops. So yeah. So I'm going to put away these spare parts, and that is me today. That's my time. Gonna go hang out with the missus a bit, hopefully, if she's done with the thing she was going to do. And then, yeah, I'll probably, I don't know if I'll build everything on stream, but I think at least one more stream. And again, and then probably the other thing will start playing or not. No, okay. So, yeah, everyone who tuned in or watched the VOD, thank you, and hopefully it was fun. See you next time. Bye-bye.